The following program contains views that are not those of WVTC, iNetworks Communications, their subsidiaries, affiliates, or financial supporters.
WVTC, reaching the world with positivity. Music to get you through your day. Winning victory through Christ is the only way.
Go to your Apple or Google Play Store and download the WVTC Gospel Radio app today. You can also say, Alexa, play WVTC Radio Skills.
Would you like to play WVTC Radio Network?
Absolutely. Download it today.
Keep going, stay strong, stay true to who you are. Show them that you have a heart. Be who God called you to be, and that will take you far. Never give up and focus on the prize. Whatever you want, there's no need for a compromise. This isn't the end of my story. God said He will supply all of my needs according to His riches and glory. Once you look into these eyes, haters and the enemy on the rise. They don't want to see your success. Say less, ignore the haters, and God will do the rest. I can't do nothing but be blessed. Epic fail. No, this is not the end of my story. Lord, I give you all the glory. In Habakkuk 2:23, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what He will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. Y'all be blessed. It's your girl, the real Amani.
Grace to God our Father, we come in the first of this.
Good evening, WVTC family. I'm Donte, peer ambassador of the Voices of Change. This program is funding provided in whole by the ICJIA. What I'm going to be talking about is suicidal relationships. Relationships are often seen as a source of support, but they can also become a source of profound emotional distress. When someone expresses suicidal thoughts within a relationship, it is usually a result of complex overlapping factor rather than a single cause. Here are some of the primary resources feelings can develop. No, not develop. Okay. Domestic and stress. And I got some to tell y'all, some things to tell y'all about abuse and control, domestic violence, emotional abuse, and domestic violence can lead to feeling of hopelessness, entrapness, in a lease of self-worth, high conflict, control, constant instability, frequently arguments, or a violent environment can create chronic stress that exhausts a person coping mechanism. Infidelity and betrayal. The deep trauma of betrayal can shatter a person's scene of reality and secrecy, leading to actual emotional cries. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And I want to tell you guys, I got one person coming on here. She's a special person. Her name is Miss LaTrese. Right after this song, she will be coming.
I got a message for you. I got a message. I got a message for you. I got a message. I got a message for you. I got a message. I got a message for you. I got a message. In the quiet of the night, I hear a whisper clear, a message from above. It calms my every fear. Cast all your cares on me. It softly calls my name. In the book of Peter, I find my strength in his flame. This is a message, a light in the dark. With every word spoken, it ignites the spark. Fear not, for I am with you. The promise rings true. In the heart of the storm, I'll always find you. When the world feels heavy and the shadows start to creep, I turn to Psalm 46, where his promises run deep. Be still and know that I am God. I got a message for you. I got a message. I got a message for you. I got a message. I got a message for you. I got a message. I got a message for you. I got a message. It reassures my soul in the chaos and the noise. He's the one who makes me whole. This is a message, a light in the dark. With every word spoken, it ignites a spark. Fear not, for I am with you. The promise rings true. In the heart of the storm, I'll always find you. Through valleys and mountains, his love will abide. With faith as my anchor, I'll stand by his side. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. I'll take that to heart. With every step forward, I'm never apart. So let the message echo, let it fill the air. With hope and with love, I know he's always there. In every scripture written, his truth will remain. A message of hope, through joy and through pain. It's your girl, the real Imani. And y'all be blessed.
Okay, welcome back, you guys. I told you I was bringing a wonderful guest, Miss LaTrese.
Hey.
The topic is suicidal relationships, and she probably been in one of these relationships before when she felt suicidal. Have you ever felt suicidal in a relationship?
Well, actually, I have. I was in a situation where I was a victim of domestic violence. And thanks everybody for watching. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to just tell my testimony.
Welcome.
And this is true. I don't want to say, well, it was over 20 years ago. I shouldn't, I know. We're not going to talk about my age, but I was just my age. Hey. But on a serious note, I was a victim of domestic violence. Whereas I should have saw the red signs. And I thought that the red signs were him caring so much. Because, like, he would call constantly, right? Mm-hmm. So he would call, hey,
like he care about you.
I thought I should have known. First, he would call, hey, are you up? Yeah, I'm up. Call back. Are you getting ready? Yeah, I'm getting ready. Are you dressed? Yeah, I'm getting dressed. Are you on your way to work? And we will talk on the way to work. Call to make sure I got that, and call me on my lunch break. That's too many times to call a person.
So you just didn't know.
No, it's just
the red
all
flags
over
was
my
coming
head.
to you, but you just
back and forth, and I just ignored them. Yeah, then unfortunately he lied about having cancer. And
Cancer?
Cancer.
That's a big
And
thing
that's
to
a
lie
soft
about.
spot. That is. You don't play with that. My mother died from cancer. My father, he survived cancer and eventually push come to shove later on. He did pass away, but it was
Sorry
not
to
from
hear.
cancer. Thank you. But yeah, so I felt my heart just pull for him. And you know, he was going through different things, and I'm like, oh, I can save him. He's gonna be okay. Unbeknownst to me, again,
He was
red
trying
flags
to
was
trap
there.
you the
He
whole
was
time.
the whole time. And so my breaking point was someone said something about cancer, and I said, oh, he has cancer. And they was like, what you talking about? You don't have no cancer?
So was it like a friend or somebody?
I believe it was a family member. I don't remember how I found out, and that was a red flag. That's when the light flipped on, and I was like, something ain't right. I'm just gonna, like, you know how Homer Simpson eased away out of the trees? I tried to ease away. Okay, so here we go with this important factor. As I was easing away, he was still calling my job when he couldn't get a hold of me, and I was the person that answered the phone.
How did you feel? Not to interrupt you.
That's okay.
How did you feel when he was calling your job?
It was getting on my nerves. It was getting on my nerves, and I was like, I'm just not gonna answer. So when I didn't answer, he would have his mom call. His mama.
Did the mama like you?
I don't know. Apparently not. And we're gonna talk about the mama too. So I was like, stop calling. I'm not gonna lose my job.
You didn't want to be bothered.
Exactly. When I said it's over, it's over. And I had an inkling that something bad was about to happen to me. Little unbeknownst to me at that time, that was God trying to tell me, leave this man alone.
But you didn't know.
No, I didn't know that was the voice of God until later. When it finally, up until literally now. When I was like, hey, that was your voice, God. But at the time, I did not have a relationship with God. So people used to say, oh, that's a spirit or something. No, I just was in my pre-Jesus era. I thought I was a hot girl. I can do whatever I wanted to at that time and everything. So my son at the time was like, Mama, something is not right about this man. I don't know what it is. And you all men, y'all have inclinations when somebody's good and when somebody's bad. Men know men just like sometimes women know women, whether they're good for you or they're bad.
So you basically thought your son just didn't like him.
No, I believed my son. I just said maybe I need to slowly do this, and he said no, you need to move faster than what you're doing.
So God was telling your son.
Yeah, basically. So at the point, this is at the point now, I just officially cut him off everything. I'm not visiting him. I'm not seeing him. I'm not answering his phone calls. Nothing. So guess what happens?
What?
He comes to my house.
To your
So
house?
at the time I was living with my dad. My mother died when I was 13. So it was my dad, me, and my son. So me and my son, it was a weekend. We went out just because it's the weekend, you know?
Yeah.
And so when we came back home, my son looked and said, Mama, do me a favor. Don't leave this house. He said, even though he's here, don't leave the house.
He felt something.
Yes. Yes, he felt something. So I guess he was telling my dad at the time some spiel. My dad's feeling sorry for him. So I remember this. Okay, well, I'm about to go home, but I feel kind of embarrassed to ask you, Mr. Dixon, could you have your daughter make sure I get home safely? Because I only have one headlight, and I don't want to get pulled over with one headlight.
What? So how he get over there with one headlight?
Exactly. My thoughts exactly. So my dad said, she's going to make sure you get home. People, everybody listen up. A man should protect himself and his wife. A woman should not protect a man.
He should have been trying to protect you.
Exactly.
He should have been like.
Exactly. No. So my son intervened and said, Grandpa, I think you're wrong. He's going to be okay going home. My mama should stay here. Something bad is about to happen to my mom. I'm just feeling it. I'm telling you what I'm saying. Something bad is about to happen to my mom.
My mom ain't going nowhere.
Right.
That's what you said.
Right. But my dad said, make sure that boy get home.
Your dad thought he had cancer for on?
Yes.
And believe the headlight.
Yeah. So it was a headlight problem. But again, he did not. Good evening. He did not
Good
have
evening.
cancer. Got home, made sure he made it home safely, right? And he said, I want to talk to you. I said, there's nothing for us to talk about.
Who? The boy, the friend?
Yeah. I said, so I stayed in my car while he drove. Like I said, he made it home. He's like,
So
please.
how in the world he drove his car there with
To his
with a
house
headlight?
with the broken
But
headlight.
needed you to go with him?
Yeah.
That's a real
So
flag.
we parked. Another red flag. So he said, please, I just want to talk to you. Red flag again.
What do you want to talk about?
So I go in the house, I leave my phone, and I have to go to the bathroom. I should have held it. That was the only time I just
Should have put it in your pocket.
I should have held it and just said no, but I didn't. Turns out, this is how I found it was after the fact that he was trying to hack and take money out of my phone, out of my account.
Out of your bank account?
Yes. But
Did he
thank
get-
God,
oh, he
no,
didn't get none,
no,
did he?
he couldn't because he didn't have the password or anything. So all of a sudden, he goes from woe is me, I have cancer, to all of a sudden, he accuses me of cheating on him.
Y'all wasn't even together. Y'all
I
wasn't
said, first
talking.
of all, we're not together. I said, I never cheated on you during the relationship. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going home.
You ready to leave?
Yeah. So he pushes me and he hits me. He fights me like a dude. He
And
just
that's the
started.
biggest red flag. He hit you.
He starts hitting nonstop. Starts hitting me in my face. I had false nails at the time. They came off.
We're gonna
Mine's
show
like-
y'all. We're gonna show you guys a couple of pictures as she keep talking.
I had a wig on. And he pulls off the wig. And he's still beating on me. And I thought I was gonna die.
But you got through it though.
I know. And while he's beating on me, I just said, this is it. And I'm worried about my son. And I'm thinking, God, just take care of my kid. Because I don't look like I'm going to make it. And that was why he was wailing and hitting on me. He got tired. And I thought this is the end.
And then he just
This was
kept
the
beating
end of
on you?
me. And kept beating. He got tired and he rested for a little while. And he continued to beat on me again because I got stuck. I literally just blacked out. And I'm thinking I'm about to die. And God came to me and said, you're going to use this one day as a testimony because it's not your time to leave. And I said, do you not see what this man is doing to me? I said, he is beating on me. I said, I don't understand, God, but okay. So as I came to, and he got tired again.
There wasn't no pans or nothing around, was it?
No, his mom.
His mom was
His
there.
mom was in the other room, and I'm gonna keep going. So I beat his PlayStation, and I told him don't come near me, right? And so as I leave out, his mom is at the door asking me what happened, right? So I told her, your son beating on me. I said, can you not see what he did to me? And so then he accused me of doing something false, and he beats me again in front of his mom.
Well, she just stood there, let him do it.
Yeah. And I don't know how I left out, but I came back in to get my phone, and I called my auntie, and I told her what happened. She said, "Get away as much as you possibly can." And at the time, I didn't know my fingernails and my real fingernails under the bed were gone. I knew about my wig being gone, but I didn't know he took out pieces of my real hair and my nails. I just got this adrenaline rush to just get out. I was just ready to go. I just couldn't go home or anything. And so she had me park the car, and we went to the hospital. And the hospital took me in right away. And
Did he try to come to the hospital or anything?
No, he did not. The hospital called police, and they were doing CTs and everything. And when the results came back, they said, had he hit me one more time in a certain area, I would have died. And the lady kept asking, she said, baby, please. Even the doctors, they was like, please do not go back to this man. And the cop said, ma'am, we know these stories before. Do not go back to this man. And I said, I'm not. And in the middle, while he was getting my side of the story, the Chicago Police Department were looking for me, trying to press charges, saying I beat him.
When they didn't really know who get beat up.
Exactly. And so the police officer at the time said, I have authority over you. You all are not pressing charges or arresting this young lady. She is too small. She had defensive wounds. And if you would have seen what this man did to her, you will realize that he needs to be put in jail, right?
Yep.
So again, this is Saturday night going into Sunday morning. And I'm at the hospital and they're watching just to make sure I'm okay. So they let me go home and everything. And I came home and my son opens the door and he screams. And my dad is there and he just looked at me. My dad just looked at me.
It's your dad's fault, the reason.
And so my son said, look at my mom. He said, how could you do something like that? Look at what he did to my mom. It could have been worse. What if she would have died? This is all your fault. This is all your fault. And he looked at me. And I went to church with no makeup and testified about me getting beat. And they told me to forgive.
To forgive the man that did it.
And to continue and love this person. But we need to get in contact with him so we can love on him so that this doesn't happen again.
So how did you feel at that moment?
I walked away. I walked away from that in the church. And let me tell you all ahead of time what I have learned through this. Not everybody that's a pastor or whoever is in church are really about God's business. Those that are therapists are sometimes not therapists because it turns out when I went to seek therapy, the therapist was going back to another pastor, telling the pastor my business. When you need help, this is just from my experience. I had to learn to depend on God for myself. I had to learn to love myself. I had to learn this was not my fault.
It wasn't no fault.
You know, and I had to, again, if it was not for God, I probably would have died.
No,
Again, because certain areas of my body that he hit, they were surprised because those were, they call death spots. It's just like when you're building yourself. I'm not saying all pastors in all churches. It's just like when you own a company and you have people that are supposed to have your back, like other owners. It does not solely rely on one owner. It solely relies on all the owners. One owner cannot do everything when you have multiple owners. You cannot just depend on one person or owner to do it. It's everybody. When somebody is going through a situation like this, it takes a village, people. Not only for that person, but it takes other people. Not only family members, sometimes friends. It takes people to help you heal. But you have to learn to heal on your own. You have to get a relationship with God on your own, read the Bible, and eventually, I'm not saying to keep it and not to, because when you stay angry, you become bitter. When you become bitter, you start taking out your anger on somebody else. Then maybe they're gonna do it, and it makes you. I still jump sometimes.
That's maybe what he did. He was angry at something,
right? But still, you do not take it out on other people. Find something else to do with this.
Should have went to like the gym or something.
Right, took it out on the punching bag on the, on the machine. But you do not take out that anger or anything on nobody else. Yes, you need to forgive. Don't get it twisted. But yes, you can love them from a distance and go on about your way. Do not give them that power that they try to take from you. And I'm not saying stuff happens overnight. I'm not saying it takes months. I'm not saying it takes years. Let God work on you and let God do the work as far as healing. Do not give yourself a timeline on healing. Do not beat yourself up because I did all of this stuff. I'm telling y'all from experience because I did this. And I would beat myself up and say, hey, you know, I went from some self-esteem at that time. People said, do you have low? No, I had none. I didn't have self-esteem at all. I had to rebuild everything, the confidence level. I had to receive who I was, who I think I was. I was like, I did not deserve it. I'm not ugly. I'm not stupid. All the negative stuff that he said, I had to get that garbage out of my brain. And it did not do overnight.
So all that stuff he said made you feel like he was all
Yeah.
Well, don't believe him.
I didn't. Eventually, it took time because words have power. And like the Bible says, there is power in the tongue. Yep. Whose report do you believe? Do not always believe man. Believe in yourself. Believe who God says you are, not people. Because people will disappoint you every time.
No matter who it is.
No matter who it is. If you say you called to be a pastor and God is giving you, saying yes, and some Jim Schmo might say, I don't think you a pastor. I think you da-da-da-da. No. Believe who God says you are. And stand on it and believe in it. God will give you the tools and the equipment that you need.
Yeah. So when your son seemed like that, how did he feel? Like, what did he want to do?
Well, he was mad. He was angry. He was upset. He wanted to go after the man. And during that time, I thought I couldn't rely on anybody. And so that's when thoughts of suicide came into my mind. Like, I felt as if my son would have been better without me because I didn't want him to see me in that vulnerable state or that messed up state that I was in. Because I believe it's crazy because sometimes you be like, I want to get him, but God put in my heart, vengeance is mine. Yeah. And he said, I'll take care of him. So when I went up to court that Monday,
it was this man with the man.
I went up to that Monday to see if I can press charges against the man. The state's attorney told me no.
They told you no?
No. They said that because he called first and because I went to the hospital and called, because we called around the same time, it was a first come, first serve situation.
But they didn't see what was wrong with you, though.
I showed them the pictures and they still said the same thing.
That means they didn't care.
No, they didn't. Because I defended myself.
So they wanted you to sit there and let the man beat on
you. Yeah. And then they also said that I will have to get a restraining order, right? Again, it had to be first come, first serve. So I had to go first to try to get the restraining order before he did. Otherwise, if he would have went up and got a restraining order on me, they would have gave him a restraining order against me, right?
Yep.
So I had to go back and forth to court for the first 6 months to get a permanent restraining order. They did it because I went up there. But at the same time, guess what was happening?
What? He was still trying to stalk you?
He was him and his mom.
And the mama know what happened. She was there.
And he told me I should kill you. I said, go ahead. I have nothing to lose. Go ahead. I'm outside. Meet me outside. Go ahead and kill me. Every day, at least twice a day, for that whole month.
You were seeing him?
No, I was not. He would call or leave me messages. He would call me from different numbers.
He was stalking.
Stalking and telling me he was gonna kill me.
So you felt hopeless at this
I felt very hopeless. And I was like, this is it. This is it. And yes, again, I'm still in a suicidal thought. You want to know what made me want to kill myself?
What made you want to feel like that you want to kill yourself?
Because I felt alone. I felt nobody was on my side at that time.
I know who was there for you. God and your son was there for you.
But at the time, I thought my son would have been better off without me.
Yeah, but then he would have got depressed.
Right.
And felt like you didn't want to be here anymore because of him. Or
right.
He did.
Right. And at the time, again, I was dealing with the beating and the low self. I'm not going to say low. the no self-esteem, the stuff that he was saying on me. And I tried. God came again and said, what are you doing? And so finally, after getting the restraining order, the cops called again.
To get that, huh?
Yeah, cops called again. And I said, what's wrong now? Turns out the name that he gave me was an alias.
That wasn't him.
That wasn't his name.
So what was his real name?
He used his brother's license to identify to the cops who he was.
So wait, did his brother look just like him?
No.
So
he stole his brother's identity. So the police found out and they gave me all the information that I needed to have a restraining order. So I didn't have to go back to court. But it affected me so bad. Again, I had to go back. I had to get therapy. Some people, I relied on another church to help me. But again, I had to learn for myself.
The church failed. What else failed?
I'm not saying all. The church failed. The therapist failed at the time.
The people that you went to go see, they failed at
at the time. At that time.
Yeah, at the time.
At that time.
Yeah.
And so God brought people to me, the right people to me to get the therapy and to get the necessarily help that I needed. But again, you have to want that and yearn for that to get that help for yourself. And the thing is, some people go back. This was the first time I have ever gotten beat. I didn't go back. Sometimes people don't go. Sometimes people go back. I met a woman when she told me she went back and the man poured alcohol on her and lit a match in front of her son while they were sleeping. And she still took him back.
That's some crazy love. That ain't even
That's
love.
not love.
He was trying to kill her.
He was. And thank God the match didn't light.
Right. So, like, what happened after that? After she found out?
After she took him back.
Yeah, with the alcohol.
She took him back.
After the alcohol?
She took him back. And I asked her, I said, ma'am, don't you think that you're valuable? Don't you know that you're not, that God has you here for a reason? She said, no. She said, I don't think I can do better. And I was like, ma'am, I'm going through something like this, but I hope that you find the strength to leave. You need that strength to leave and not to look back.
Don't look back.
Don't. Be like Lot. Don't look back. Because the next time, what if he kills you?
Then you gone. You ain't got a second chance of life.
Exactly. So, God is good.
Yeah.
God is good.
Still here. You're strong.
I'm still here, stronger. I forgive him.
So, like, after all of this, like, what is the man like? Do you think you know? Like, what was the man doing after all this?
Oh, he got married.
He got married.
From what I was told. And so they beating on each other. But God, we just pray for him. You just pray, and you just thank God that you're not in that situation.
He saved you.
Hi, glory. Yeah.
He saved you.
Yes. God saved me. God told me, God saved me. God healed me. I do not have those wounds. The scars are slowly, they're still leaving. Still leaving. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And so that empowered me to gain back confidence. Confidence in knowing who I am. I am a strong woman. I'm no longer weak. Hey, sis, I do not deserve, and nobody deserves to get beat or hit or abused. It could be emotional, spiritual, it can even be physical abuse. Do not, and look at the signs, look out for the warning signs. Ask God, seek God. Say, God, I don't know, maybe if you feeling something funny about this person, this is God showing you discernment, telling you, hey, red flag, do not look back. If they calling you too much, run. Red flag. If they say little things like, oh, you pretty, but I don't like the dress you wearing, red flag. Or do you have to wear that? Red flag. This is for women and men. Or what if they just push you? Red flag. Oh, we just play fight now because you hit me too hard and boom, boom, boom. Flag. They pulling your hair. Oh, I'm just pulling. No, red flag. Look out for the warning signs, you all. Know again, you do not belong to them. You belong to God. You are a woman or a man of God, because this can happen to men too.
Yeah.
I saw on the news this woman called the police on a man, and they was about to arrest the man till they saw bruises on him. And then recently, no, seriously,
It's crazy.
recently, did you hear about the Instagram model that was proposed to, and hours later she
No,
was
I never heard
dead?
it. I didn't even hear of it.
Yeah, this is recently. This is recently.
That's
Know
crazy.
your self-worth. Know that you deserve everything good.
You deserve more than this.
Right. Know your worth. Know who you are. You're wonderfully and beautifully made.
Yeah.
You're not here by accident. God loves you.
He put you on this earth.
That's
for a
right.
reason.
And when he made you, what did he say? It's good. He said, my plans for you are not to harm you, but to love on you and to be in good health.
Yeah.
Do not listen to anything negative. And if you try to be like Satan, you a lie. I know who I am.
You're a strong woman.
Yeah, or a man.
Or a man.
That's right. Be confident in yourself.
Yeah, that you can stick through this and you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
This was a wonderful show.
Oh, thank you.
It
You
was
did
wonderful.
good. Nephew.
Thank you,
You
thank
did
you,
good. I'm
thank
so
you.
proud of you.
It was a wonderful show. So I guess this will be the end of the show with Miss LaTrese. I know you say a special thing on your show. It's
Oh, you want me to do it?
We gonna say it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
It's my time to shine. It's your time to shine.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ. WVTC Allsip Chicago. An iNetworks communication station.